Transformers Tuesday rolling around again. Issue number 9. Only 3 more issues. So 3 more weeks. And then that'll be the first year of this comic done. And that should be in time for the new Transformers movie as well. So next week, 27th, then the 3rd, then the 10th. And then I think the movie is actually in cinemas at the end of the week commencing 16th of September. So Tuesday the 17th of September will be when the 1986 movie watch party takes place in the Discord. Yeah, but just like that, we are in the final quarter of the first year of the comics so far. Issue number 11 has been read, so I know what happens up to that point. But issue 12, even I think when that stream rolls around, I think even issue 12 will still be new to me. Transformers Tuesday. CHEW, Tuesday. Like chewing. Yeah, issue 12. Oh, it might be a bit tight. Giggity. Issue 12 might not arrive in time for that for its Transformers Tuesday. I don't know. That's a problem that I will deal with in the weeks to come. For now, let's get on with this one. Issue number 9, with possibly my favourite cover so far. Optimus Prime doing the Atlas thing, carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders, which I think is very symbolic of Optimus Prime. He very much does take this world unto his own and wants to protect it and look after it. So he does feel like he feels the weight of the earth on his shoulders, quite literally. It is a very cool cover. I love that it's just a white background. Like this is it. This is all you need to see. Just right this right here. The leg looks a bit squished here. Like his knee looks really flat because unless we just think it's sinking into the ground because of the weight of the thing. I like that it's cracked as well. Like I mean, you could look at it 2 ways. Like it's a broken planet. It's starting to crack because we're shits. Or one could look at it and think, well, clearly it's very fragile. It's a fragile marble, and this is a race of big, powerful robots that know not their own strength on this world. But yeah, it's very cool. A very interesting cover. Me likey. But let's get into the meat of it. I'm just gonna zoom in so that there we go. Cover up any spoilers. And we begin, as always, with a readout of the credits. Because credit where it's due, especially when it comes to comic book artists. You know, in an age of digital shout-outs to the printing press words. Remind Space Bunny of The World's About to Break, Avengers Assemble. That cartoon had a catchy theme tune. Oh, the Avengers Assemble cartoon. I think I know the one you mean. Never saw it. Daniel Warren Johnson as the writer, George Corona as the artist, Mike Spicer, Spice Micah, Spice Micah. Mike Spicer is the colorist, and Russ Wooten is the letterer. And there are of course alternate covers for this issue. Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer, George Corona and Mike Spicer, Karen S. Darbo, Jonathan Wayshak and David Barron. I think there's some names we haven't read yet. He flows the spice, indeed. David Baldian, Rex Locus, Jason Howard and Annalisa Leone, Jason Howard, John Yang, Alan Qua, Santa Fung and Marcelo Mater. Ben Abernathy is the editor, Andre Juarez is the publication design, and Gillian Crabb is the production. So now let's get into the meat of the comic. So last week, to recap, the Decepticons have gone to the bottom of the ocean to find their ship, the Nemesis, which is what brought them to Earth in the fight with the Autobots. Of course, the Autobots landed in the Ark, as we know. At the bottom of the ocean, they have reactivated the Nemesis. They've released Astro Train from a prison that was on it. And at the same time, Soundwave has connected with Cybertron and is communicating with Shockwave, sorry. And the Autobots are dealing with Carly getting a bit hot-headed. Spike is at hospital, kind of paralysed. What else were the Autobots doing? Oh yeah. Upon activation of the Nemesis, the Autobots obviously detected that signal, and they are moving on the offensive. And they have used a semi-reactivated Jetfire in jet mode only, and poor Jetfire can't see anything, can't move, he is stuck as a jet. They've converted him into a great big Autobot people carrier, and they are zooming out to the ocean to find out what the Decepticons are up to. So that is where we pick up. The Pacific Ocean. It's very Pacific. I cannot be any more Pacific than I am being. I kind of want to hold the comic up to the camera, but then I can't read it properly. I'm having to constantly negotiate it. It did seem to work pretty well last week when I was holding up something closer to the camera to drive a point across. Never mind. I mean, you can see what the image is. I'm reading out the text bubbles, so there we are. I also feel like if my finger's too pudgy, I might get like a pen or something. Maybe next time. Although with a few weeks left, maybe there's no point now. We've come this far. The Pacific Ocean. There's Jetfire with a piece of the arc underneath him. Massive energon readings below us, Optimus. Bring us in closer, Jif Clumper. I can't speak today. I can't fucking speak. Can I get a bonk, please? Thank you so much, Eve. As if I had to ask. Cliffjumper is the pilot. Hang on. Shockwave. I thank you for your willingness to help us. And there is Shockwave there. Your thanks is welcome, Soundwave, but unnecessary. My long-lost brothers are now found. And look at the abundance of riches you have stumbled upon. We will soon be celebrating in the halls of my stronghold. Stronghold. I can't remember if we've confirmed where his stronghold is, but we'll come back to it. You're pretty sure the comics online on that website you shared, if you want to share them on screen for better readability. But then it defeats the object of me having the physical copy. That I can turn the page and I can explain the references. I know I could do that on a digital copy as well. I mean, 9 out of 12 weeks with this. I think I'll just stick with this for now. But that is a good shout anyway. If you can find them, by all means share them into the books channel of the Discord. Because then people could always... Yeah, there is also copyright issues. Although I'm showing the exact same comic, but just in physical form. So, I don't know. Because even if it was a digital copy, it's not like I don't own the comic. I've got it right here. And if it's one-to-one, it's going to be the same comic as well. Anyway, never mind. I've got limited battery on the phone when I do this, so I've got to get through this. Cybertron's new dawn is soon upon us, and there's pushing a button going, breathe. Breathe. Shockwave doing it at his end, Soundwave at the other end. Agreed, dear brother. As long as you don't show the website, you should be good. Sharing physical comic is easier to get away with. Yeah. Let us begin. So they are opening a portal using the Nemesis. Meanwhile, aboard Jetfire. Man, Earth is weird. We're almost there. Wait, Cliff, pull up. Look out, and that's the laser. That's the beam of the portal shooting up into space. And poor Jetfire has been hit by it. So, yeah, Jetfire is no more. But probably for the best, given that he wasn't in a particularly happy state. It's probably what he would have wanted. I mean, he was pretty much dead anyway. They only resuscitated part of him. Which must have been weird. Yeah, and that beam is shooting right up into space as well. God, look at that! It's like the climax of a superhero movie. A great big beam pointing up into the sky. What hit us? Some sort of energy pulse. And Jazz, ever with the music references, says, "We've lost the beat." So they're all kind of falling out of Jetfire now, who has a great big hole in the side and crashes inside the vortex that the beam has created. So they're actually dry at this point. We're going down in a great big... Autobots, take cover. Look who it is. It's the Constructicons again. Constructicons open fire. And poor Cliffjumper is a bit winded, if he even breathes. My. Oh, this is a cool panel. Oh, I keep meaning to do this, don't I? There we go. The rabble-rousers are still fighting back, I see. An excellent shot of Shockwave stepping through the portal onto Earth. Cliffjumper looking a bit nervous. Optimus realising the gravity of this. Jetfire just getting wrecked in this series. Yeah, he had his time to shine when he was in Void Rivals. I should probably... you know, that would probably be my use for that website that you've mentioned. Is I would go to the Void Rivals comics to see what the Transformers in those were doing. So Jetfire was like the debut, and I think now Springer is involved with them somewhere. It'd be nice to fill that gap, but I'm not too fussed. You always know when things are shit, because Optimus will have a look of fear in his eyes. The exact same thing happens in the Bumblebee movie when Soundwave and the other Decepticons show up. And Optimus has this exact same look on his face, and he tells the Autobots to retreat. I think that I love when that happens, because they should be a formidable threat. Shockwave is an absolute asshole, and we'll get into more of that later. You dropped the link, thank you, Eve. We Decepticons have work to do. We have work to do. Send out your Warg Riders. Sorry, that's not exactly a Saruman reference. Oh, here we go. We actually get some confirmed mass shifting. So as the fresh combat begins, you Autobot scum are interrupting our glorious mission. So there's a great big firefight here. Choom choom. Zow zow. We have succeeded, brother. Indeed. And Shockwave turns into his famous gun form, but small enough to be wielded by Soundwave. Cliffjumper racing to the rescue. Ratchet racing to the rescue of Cliffjumper. Cliff, let us be done with this foolishness. It's a cool shot of Soundwave there as well. Getting ready to use two hands so make sure he doesn't miss. But I think we can tell what's going to happen. Cliffjumper's okay. Ratchet? Ratchet is no more. Cliff, help. Makes you think of... oh, well, I won't reveal what, because spoilers. But Space might know. Ratchet, no. Look at that, great big hole in his chest. He gone. Or is he? I mean, for fuck's sake. Yeah. You know, in the same way that people think, okay, well, if a Marvel character dies, it's fine. They'll just get like a different universe version, or they'll come back via some magic heebie-jeebie or whatever. With Transformers, it could be rebuilt. I mean, Jetfire was pretty much dead, and then they brought him back, albeit barely, to be a Jet. So, yeah, these characters are getting knocked out. Is he actually going to die? I don't know. Who wrote this? Michael Bay? You ain't seen nothing yet. That's not a spoiler. That's for something else. But you'll see what I mean. Yeah, poor Ratchet is allegedly bitten the dust. This tickles me purple. This tickles me purple, Soundwave. One less red demon to... Optimus getting really pissed off, just saying no, and delivering some kind of roundhouse kick to Soundwave, knocking Shockwave aside as well. And then put the purple light from the portal still. Ratchet, Optimus Prime, I see not much has changed. This is a cool moment. A great face-off here. Still snivelling, still slimy, still weak. Weak? Did you forget our last meeting, Shockwave? Shall I make you cry for mercy a second time? Ugh! I hope we get like a prequel comic that shows us that moment, because the idea of Shockwave begging for mercy is not something that I could picture, so I think that's pretty cool. But it's touched a nerve. Silence, Autobot. I don't even need to read that out. You can see what it says. Silence, Autobot dog. Optimus Prime dodging there. Oh, here we go. We're back on the mainland. Dalek voice, mercy. Here's RC and Wheeljack. But when do we learn how to fight? In time, Carly. Being linked is less about combat and more about looking out for each other. Like two towers. And the union of the two towers. Seeing their world from different angles. I'm starting to think that RC is a, or the Transformers are Urks. Or they're wizards. That makes no sense. We're 1 mile out from the dam. Think you can get our machine back up and running, Wheeljack? I've got some extra supplies from the Ark. With a little luck, we should have enough Energon to bring more of our friends back. Which is always good to hear. Means more Transformers characters. But they're getting shot. Yow. Ratatata. By who else? Fucking humans. Because people are stupid. Get back. Who are you guys? You're not going to get the drop on us twice, metal lady. I mean, assuming, but RC is indeed female. She's a she. Stop, put your guns down. Carly, is that you? What are you doing with these monstrosities? I can explain everything, these are the good guys. I mean, thank God they actually paused to listen. That is a very uncommon human trait. Is that these humans are actually stopping to listen to who the good guys are. Good guys, huh? We mean you no harm. That's an Autobot promise. That's the Autobot guarantee. Or your money back. Oh yeah. Oh shit, this bit. Does this... Oh my god, I'm reading too far ahead. I can't do that. I've read this myself. I've got to let you guys in on it. Then we're skipping over to where Spike is in hospital. Hey Doc, good news? Not great, I'm afraid. Oh. So yeah, it's implied that Spike had a wounded back because he was in a wheelchair, or otherwise was unable to walk. But now, confirmed, your spine was grazed when you were shot, Spike. There is something we can work on, but just tell me, am I going to walk again? One thing I've learned while doing this work is to never say never. We just found out there are giant robots in space. Anything can happen. Don't get boom. What's going on? Another one, Doc. It never ends. And then there's this wicked line here. Where is the one with the tall hair? I don't think that's quite how Astro Train is going to sound, but that's the voice I just gave. The one they call Spike. Look at that fucking look of disgust there. He hates this mission that he's been sent on. Stop this, please. There are people here. Children. Innocents. And then, strangely soft from Astro Train, given the rage that he was in last week. I understand your pain, White Cloak. I do not wish to hurt a lesser being than myself, but I was sent here by my leader, Soundwave, and to fulfill my duties, I will kill all your weak in one blast if I must. So cold and awesome. Don't! Spike, get back inside. I can't do much, Doc, but if it will save these people, I am ready. He's getting his hero moment. And Astro Train, as yet unconfirmed if he does turn into a train. At the moment, he is just turning into a space shuttle. Your bravery is inspiring, Fleshy One, and impressive. Transforming, very impressive. Which is cool, but also terrifying. That Astro Train is impressed. But he's also capturing Spike, and he's taking him God knows where. The battle rages on under the ocean. Hang on, Optim. So that's Optimus Prime fighting Shockwave, Soundwave, and now also Scrapper getting on it as well. And there's Thundercracker up there trying to get the drop on him. Which, again, this is another reason why Optimus Prime is my favourite. He can take on multiple people at once and, like, just fucking destroy him if he so wishes. Scrapper transforms and goes in for Jazz instead. Yeah. Thank you for the assist, Scrapper. For the cause, my general. For the cause. You fought dirty last time, Optimus, but I have learned much since that day. Shockwave picking Prime up. This is quite a thick issue. There's a lot going on in it here. And poor Optimus is not quite suplexed. Maybe it was... No, not a suplex, but whatever the opposite is, where you drop someone on their head in front of you rather than behind you. Your ending shall be slow and brutal. That's what she said. Ha! Ha ha! I did it! I defeated the great Optimus Prime. Not so proud now, are you, whelp? Shockwave, if there's one thing you need to learn, it's to confirm the kill. My powers have more than tripled since we last met. Yeah, same energy. Surprise cameo from the Combaticons. So remember, these are the guys who make up Bruticus. But this is on the Cybertron end of things. She's trapped. Take her. And there's Elita 1 carrying the, at this point, mystery body. The one that I thought to be Ultra Magnus. There. I've tried every hallway, every corridor. There's no escape, and they're closing in fast. Finally, the end is coming. Like, almost with relief. Don't say that. Guys, I got her. She's over here. She... Vortex just getting blasted. We keep fighting, we keep running. But then... Fucking hell, another one? Jeez. Someone wasn't loved enough as a child. Here we go. I see a light. It might be a way out. Now, note the colour. Sort of pinky purple. Elita, wait. We don't know where. No choice, old friend. Someday we can die in oil and glory. But I made a promise to you. I intend to keep it. Boop. Bonk. And where do they emerge? Right behind Shockwave, who misses Optimus and just shoots into the void. Perfect timing. Optimus? What is this place? Combaticons! Merge to form... And obviously that gets interrupted, so we're not going to see Bruticus just yet. Elita 1 sees Optimus's blaster, jumps for it. I don't think so. And shoots the portal while poor Brawl is making his way through it. Wait, no! Aye! And he is now cut off at the waist. Decepticons, remove the Autobot usurpers from this planet for good. With more choom choom choom. See, even the Decepticons are getting wasted. Let's not forget that Rumble, Reflector, Skywarp, and Starscream, they've all been absolutely decimated. They might come back, but that is a high body count. What's the body count of the Autobots at the moment? Ratchet and Jetfire, Bumblebee. That's 3. I think the Decepticons have had more losses so far. But the blast affects everybody. The Autobots are cut off. Cliffjumper and Jazz. Jazz, Cliffjumper. Optimus, we need to retreat. No, not without my... Ah! He's getting shot. They're gone. We have to go. Elita 1 fucking dragging Optimus and still carrying the mystery bot. Ultra Magnus. Showing, again, what a badass she is as well. I mean, again, she's been like leader of the Resistance on Cybertron this whole time. Or one of the leaders of the Resistance. They're gone. We have to go. And she says the thing, transform and roll out. A great way of carrying them on Optimus's the back of his truck mode, his truck cab. I like that. Decepticons, prepare to give no, Soundwave. Let them go. We must focus on repairing the link between our two worlds. The Autobots are now mere ants in relation to our plan. What that plan is, we don't know yet. Optimus. Poor Cliffjumper getting left behind while Optimus and Elita 1 drive off. Oh, look at these gifts from Primus. First mention of the Transformer god, creation god, Primus. I wonder if they'll do Unicron in this series. Probably at some point. Not anytime soon, though. These Autobots have been on this planet for many years. I must conduct experiments on the effect this has had on them. Again, Thundercracker, kind of hesitant. Experiments? Oh, yes. Wait. Painful experiments. And, poor Jazz, face down in the dirt. No quips. And a blood-curdling no from poor Cliffjumper. Poor little guy. But, back to Astro Train. What's that beam? What's going on? The solution to the disease plaguing our planet. Planet? You mean Cybertron? It must be surprising to you, seeing us standing in front of you in all our metallic glory. But where we hail from is a shell of its former self. Our home is in need of sustenance. And look at the land you live in. Your resources are immeasurable and ripe for the taking. But this is our home. Such is the way for a weaker species. I feel sorry for you, human. Where are you taking me? Soundwave is no fool. The one he has partnered with has interests in new species. Soundwave's deliverance of a real live human will solidify ties with the leader of Cybertron. Ick. I won't lie to you, Spike with long hair. You will be tortured. What? But then, crunk, and there's a device on the underside of Astro Train. What was the... My engines, they've shut off. Hang on, long hair. And then... Who do you think it's going to be? We've got another famous Transformers character coming up. Great big crash. The door to Astro Train is ripped off. Your name is Spike, yes? Who? My name is Beachcomber. I'm here to rescue you. Aren't you a little short for an Autobot? Beachcomber, out of nowhere, saving Spike's life from the clutches of Astro Train, and then to be continued. So, because we're getting to the more recent comics, I know exactly what happens next, and it's a pretty cool moment. So we'll look into that next week. But just to round out the comic, let's just zoom out again. Here we are. So we've got more letters. The original G.I. Joe comes to Kickstarter. Will you side with G.I. Joe or Cobra? Collect every issue of the original G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero comic book series in 4 hardcover compendiums featuring one-of-a-kind collector's tiers. Doesn't say if there's an end date. This might still be ongoing, so if this is something relevant to yourself, then go for it. Oh, and then suddenly we get another comic preview. The revolution is cancelled, I'm afraid, boys and girls, on account of your vastly inferior firepower. And there's that's Destro, isn't it? Not Cobra Commander, because we've seen Cobra Commander before, and they're doing something different. Lots of guns. Who the hell is that? Oh. Battle Android Trooper Advanced Prototype. Logic circuitry. Heat signature target system. Modular Gatling arm cannon. Bang, 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 bang. Tush, 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 tush. How is it still standing? Where did it come from? Oh god. Up there. What's up there? More of them. Okay, it's not Destro and it's not Cobra Commander. It's neither. There are more incoming. I told them to shoot 2 or 3 of them. Boys will be boys, I suppose. Fall back to the palace. I don't know where this is. This is just a no context series of panels from the G.I. Joe comics. We're overrun. They aren't human. They're machines. It can't be him. Get me out of here. It's too late. They have breached it. The palace is being liberated. Support the emancipators. Tear down the throne of power. I think that is possibly someone from Cobra wearing a funny mask. It is him. Get me a direct line. Oh yeah, here we go. Darklonia is free. Another robot looking at people saying peace and then just shooting them all. We deserve peace. This is Destro. Laird Destro. The Darklonian people accept your resignation, Prime Minister. I mean, I've got no idea what's going on there, but it is a Destro comic. The Cobra threat continues. So a lot of the like Cobra members, G.I. Joe members, they're getting their own individual comics. Many fingers in a lot of pies. The Energon universe so far. And here, as always, we have the alternate covers. There's a cool one there of Shockwave holding. Can't quite make it out, but it is it's Cup's head, who we saw reach their demise a couple of issues back. Shockwave holding the Earth in his hand. Another one with Shockwave. Lots of Shockwave heavy covers here. The Combaticons get their own cover, even though they're only in it for like 2 panels. Optimus looking kind of similar to his animated style with skinny thighs. Just a general Autobots moving forward. You've got Cup carrying Bumblebee there. Of course, we know that's inaccurate. Still a cool cover. And then we got a uncoloured version as well. But that's it. Issue number 9 of Skybound Transformers done. And that is all from me. Issue number 10 next week. That is all that need be said. Enjoy the rest of your evenings. I shall see you guys on the flip for some Sable tomorrow. Bye.